Welcome back to another Get Ready With Me to pick up my foster. Yay! I get tons of questions about fostering. Last time you guys came with me, it was my first foster for 2025, and now this is my third foster. So I did 2 foster, and one of them just took a little bit longer to get adopted. Then I took a month break, and now we're here. So we're going to pick up our third foster. Using something new today. This lawsuit, it's not new, but it's just a completely brand new one. So let's open it together first. Have to unseal it. So satisfying. Perfect skin match. And this is shade number 23 and 1. How do I foster? So in terms of the application, you just have to apply to any shelter or rescue that you want to work with, and you apply and you go interview. They do a house tour and then they decide if they want to work with you. I work with Gals Best Pals for the past 2.5 years now, and they've been so nice, and I just love what they do. Another question I get a lot is how I'm able to foster. I work fully remote, so I'm able to foster full time. And I strictly foster puppies under a year old. Puppies you need to potty train and you need to teach them how to walk properly on a leash. At least this is what I do. They just ask you to provide a home over their head. But for me, I feel like they're easier to be adoptable if I teach them all these skills so they go in knowing a lot of things. So I potty train all my puppies. I don't use pee pads, but we can talk about that a little bit more. I take them on walks, so I teach them how to walk properly on the leash before they go home to their forever home. So there's a lot of that, and I teach them tricks too, like sit down, all the basics. I think most important is that I crate train them, and I know some people don't believe in crate training, but we can have another conversation about that as well. But I crate train all my puppies, and my personal dog is also crate trained. I do look a little bit tired today, so I am going to use a little concealer. I know a lot of people said that, how can you just give them up? They're so cute. Well, I basically cry, rinse, and repeat. But, I tell myself that I cannot adopt all these cute puppies because I want to keep fostering. So I don't live in a big house. Like, I tell myself that I can only have room for my dog and a room for a foster. So if I do adopt, I'm not allowed to foster again because I don't have the space for it. When the puppies go home, they make another family so happy, and that's how I'm able to keep fostering. Oh, I don't cry every time my fosters get adopted. I only feel attached to them if they stay more than 2 weeks. After the 2-week mark, the fosters, they just give you this look like I'm their mom, if that makes sense. And I'm just like, don't give me that look. A lot of different rescues have different requirements for fostering. So I'm just gonna speak about Girls Best Pals fostering, and they basically required a 2-week commitment, but you can also do part-time foster. So what that looks like is if one of us, like myself, a full-time foster, needs like a weekend break or go on vacation and we cannot, that's when you guys come in. That's when the part-time foster people come in and help substitute that weekend or those a couple of days. I did have 2, 3 fosters that I did think about, like, oh my gosh, I really want to adopt them. It's just because they get along so well with Moose, my personal dog. I've been fostering since Moose was 10 months old, so sometimes when Moose really gets along with a foster, that's when I'm just like, shoot, I really like this dog. Typically, when I bring a new foster in, he'll just leave the puppy alone. He'll ignore the puppy, you know, he'll interact with the puppy, but he won't play with the puppy. But he starts playing with the puppy after like 1 or 2 weeks. That's when I'm just like, shoot, I'm in trouble. But he plays with the puppies all the time, but like, I can really tell when he really loves a puppy. And that's when it's a little bit harder for me. And I'm just like really considering, which I shouldn't be, but that's when I really consider. I just got the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. This is a Gucci blush, and this is their number 2 Tender Apricot. Yeah, so I've been fostering since Moose was 10 months old. And so this is also a reason why I only did puppies, because I didn't want an older dog to, like, let's say, bully him. Because at 10 months old, puppies, so from when they're born to they're a year and a half, dogs are really impressionable. So I didn't want him to have like negative experience that I couldn't really control. And also, I was a new dog owner. I never had a personal dog before, and he's my first personal dog, so I really wanted to make sure that he had a really good experience. Wow, this brush is so nice. I love it. I'm so glad I finally purchased it. I was like eyeing it for so long. This is basically what I'm doing today. It's one of my go-to for every day because it's light and glossy. So we're in my car and we're gonna make the drive to pick up the foster, and I have a bucket of cut up cantaloupe. I do have a yogurt, but I forgot to bring a plastic spoon, and I also don't have one. So I'm probably gonna save it for later. If I'm desperate, I'll just use the cover as a spoon, and I've done that before. So I just don't want to be late. Right now I'm gonna be 10 minutes early. I just want to have some extra little time to make sure. But anyways, I'll see you guys once I get there. We're here, and so we're gonna pick up the puppy. Been advised to hold this guy. He's not coming home with me, but just helping out for a sec while I wait for my puppy. Helping with transporting this little chihuahua. This is Gabby. She's sleeping now, and we're just gonna let her decompress. So this is the next day, and we're on a walk, but it's also nice to just sit with the dogs, to be out in the park, just sit and let them soak it all in. And also it's really good for desensitization. Let them just learn how to just relax and watch the world go by.